Okay, Satish. So first of all, congratulations, and you are scored like 100% hike in your existing package. That is really a great achievement. Okay, so if
Yes,
you are
yes.
okay, you can disclose your company name, or if you don't, okay, we may not. That is not big problem. That is not an big issue. But what is my requirement is you can tell
Yeah,
your preparation so to the viewers who it is going to help them in their preparation. Okay,
yeah.
so that they also take your guidance and accordingly they can prepare. So yes, you
Okay.
can go ahead.
Yeah. So,
Basically, like you can tell uh, how important is the domain experience before SAP, because I know
yes.
you are working there for a long period as an SAP user. So how important it is having a good domain experience?
Yes, sir. It is like good for the person because even if they go with a different, I mean, without any experience and keeping it some, I would say like a fake experience, because the
Mm-hmm,
person who is already in the corporation, atmosphere, he will be
mm-hmm,
able to manage couple of things he might have managed skills like communication, or it could be like a corporate culture. He's already aware of that, how we need to behave, how we need to talk. That is something the person who is already having like a domain experience can manage. Even a writing a communication skills like that is getting after getting a job. But yeah, it is really good to have a domain experience.
no,
So
it is
whichever,
good to have or it is mandatory.
uh, it is good to have, sir, not
Not
mandatory.
mandatory. That means you are saying that without having any domain experience, you don't have any job experience, you can become SAP
But
consultant.
yeah, we can become, but we cannot manage, sir. I mean, I'm not sure we can manage. 99% we cannot manage based looking at the current situation in the market, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It is 100% suggestible to have a domain
Domain
experience.
experience.
I mean, prior to this corona and all, I'm not sure like how it is going on. But yeah, after after looking the current situation in the market,
Mm.
it is 100% suggestible to have a domain experience. Without
Domain.
any experience, you cannot directly go into the market. At least
For a
you
functional
should have.
consultant.
Yes, definitely, sir. Definitely. If you are, I mean, to answer your question, because I got because I have seen so many people who joined without any domain experience, and they have either resigned themselves or they have been removed from the company. That is, I'm 100% sure. I have seen almost more than 10 people who
Mm-hmm.
joined back in a, like, people who joined a year back also they got terminated. People who joined in 3 to 4 months also they got because they joined without any domain experience or without any experience. They use
Because
some different method.
when you become functional, when you become functional consultant, you have to interact with your customer. So if you don't have any idea about the business process, then anyway, your customer is not going to talk in SAP language. They will talk in business language. So you will not able to understand, right?
Yes,
So
100% right, sir.
that's why I believe that domain is mandatory to become functional consultant. ABAP, they can anyway they have to write the program. They are going to interact with the SAP consultants only. But as a functional consultant, any functional, maybe it is finance, maybe it is logistic, any uh, functional consultant, it is highly required that you should have a good understanding about the business and domain. And this one helped you a lot. Maybe you will agree or you will not agree. Your good domain experience, as you already worked earlier. Although that time I told you like why you are since so long you are there in domain, but it was like helpful. Okay, so domain is should be mandatory. Yes.
Yes, sir. Even I am not aware like that. What as a common domain experience person, I was thinking. Even you already said to me that this will be really helpful. Having a good domain experience.
Yes. Yes.
That is,
Yes.
I'm almost having a 9 years of domain experience. That in a good corporate company,
Yes.
where
Yes.
I've been
Yes.
interacting with US and UK
Right.
clients
Right. Right.
frequently on a daily basis. So that is something really helped me. Uh, even but as a when we choose a SAP as a career, So as a domain person, what we think is like whether we are suitable for that or not, or can we manage. But because even I'm not aware until you told me that it will be helpful for you in getting your job, or even after getting the job. That is, I'm now realizing that was really really helpful, because as you said, like, sir, we know like the language how we need to speak,
Hmm,
and
hmm, hmm,
the
hmm.
only thing pending from our end, when we I mean, we need to go through the complete training process, having I mean, able to understand the complete SAP terminology in the training, and raise as much as many questions as you can. I mean, note down all the points, then prepare. So that's the only thing pending when you have a domain experience.
Right. Domain is going to help you. Okay. So my next question would be, uh, like there are so many topics are there, so many business processes are there. As per you, when you have prepared, so what are the topics from the finance controlling, or what are the topics you prioritize for the interview point of view? As per your,
Yeah,
if you'll say you are going to give the ranking, so what are the topics you prioritize? Topics, business
just
process,
let
anything you can say.
Yes, sir. So so what I did is like, I mean, the way I prepared is I have gone through all your videos, sir, because at the time of training, whenever I'm possible, I'm trying to gather the information, because while listening to class, I don't want to note down any point. But yeah, next day, when the video is available, I'm
So
pausing
you
your
prepared
video,
your own workings, own notes.
own working. Yeah, yes,
Great,
and
great.
yeah, definitely I took help from friends who is already in the SAP. That is after like attending a couple of interviews. Then I took their help in preparing my resume, and what kind of language or terminology we need to use. So that is something I used, and some questions I also prepared, because I mean, I frequently getting real time work questions. So that is something I gathered from my friends. So that is also important. Yeah, the way I prepared is it is just to go with, I just followed your videos, sir, and I just note down the points. Like, you keep on saying like this might be an interview question, this could be an interview question, then I try to Google on that, and also noting the points whatever it said, and I try to Google like is there any more information about that. So that is how I prepared entire my notebook. I started like what's the basic questions, then I go into the general ledger part. So what are the maximum questions we get from the general ledger, then accounts payable, accounts receivable, the in the same way. When come to controlling, sir, I have I said like I do not have any experience on controlling, but I do have a knowledge.
Hmm.
They have, I mean, when I mean, if I specifically go to that questions, so if you have the knowledge, then what's the difference between the ECC and HANA when it comes to FICO configuration? So the difference between that is something like uh, we already discussed. I mean, we already know and explained in the training, so that part was
It is only
easy for
one
me.
question, or every business process, the difference they are asking? Because this question repeatedly asking, every, like every participant when I'm taking, they are getting job. Then when I'm interviewing, they're saying this thing. This question a very common question.
Yes,
That difference between
yes.
ECC and S4. My question is it like overall question was there for you, or any business process wise? Like for example, let's say we will take up asset accounting. So asset accounting ECC S4 difference, or in general, the
In
question you
general,
faced
sir,
in
there
general.
are there are in general they asked, and sometimes like when I say I only have knowledge, then only he asked about in general question. When I say like when I have been hands-on experience on this part, like when I talk about the asset accounting,
Hmm.
I had a deep questions like depreciation part, and also like a difference between the asset accounting in ECC to HANA.
And one thing, it is always there. It is not now. It is always there. Any question, if I will say, if something you have written your resume and the job description, always questions from these two only: job description
Yes,
and your resume, not anything beyond that. So what always,
yes,
it is my perception. What I am
yeah.
thinking, if someone knows something, then put it in the resume. If you don't know, don't put it. Otherwise, it is going
Yes.
to, it is go against you. Correct?
Yes, 100% correct, sir.
So that means two things we have to focus. One is job description. For example, there is a requirement of product costing, and if you are not prepared, then maybe that job is not for you. But
Yeah.
if a job description is for product costing and your resume you are showing that something, then you should be prepared that you can answer everything related to that. Because anyway, I have seen like what happened, like one resume that copy paste. Okay, so you have
Yes.
written so many things in your resume, but actually you are not aware, so it is going against you only. So resume and job description, if you have a comment on these two area, then it is I think it is enough, correct?
Yes, yes, correct, sir. I mean, to specifically, if I go to my resume, even after, I mean, I sent it for your review, and
Huh, huh.
you advised me to double check whether you are good,
That
whatever
is
you
that
have
because
sent.
anyway you are declaring I know all these things, and after that someone is asking questions from there and you are saying you are silent, then it is, you just imagine, you are saying I know
Yeah.
anything, I know all these things, and in interview you are not able to answer it. So that means
Yes.
it is really, so this resume when you are preparing, each line is important, what the skill you are showing, that is important. If you don't know anything, because 100% no one is like you can say I know everything. It is not possible. No one knows everything. Anyway, it is a SAP is so vast, so it is not possible. So if you are showing something, I know it, then you have to be prepared that you can answer it. And next question would be, how much you will give the importance to the hands-on system involvement, your involvement with system hands-on.
System involvement is like if I 50% I give, sir, because 50% is completely based on reviewing and making the notes to tackle the interview. Hands-on is like to have the knowledge of screens, sir. I mean, as many times as we see the screens, so when we go to the real time, that is what my friend also advised me. As much practice as you do, you as an experienced person, I mean, when you join the job, so it sometimes you might need to share the screen, and if someone asks you something, so at that time, like you cannot, I mean, make them to wait, or I mean, they came to know like something is wrong. So to tackle that, you must have the good hands-on experience. Like whenever someone asks you something, like you quickly go to that screen. So as much practice as we do, then only we can do that.
So that means you are trying to say 50-50, 50 conceptual logic, then
Yes.
50% hands-on. That means when you are preparing something, anything you are practicing, I mean anything you are preparing, just don't do copy paste whatever it is they are,
Yes.
just to do that. You should know the logic behind it, you should know the requirement,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that is the concept what you are saying. Then after that, jump into the system and to try the same thing what you are
Yes.
supposed to do and what you are getting, correct?
Yes. 100% correct, sir. I mean,
Okay.
if I wanted to give the percentage in 100, like training, conceptual, hands-on. So in that perspective, I'm saying otherwise, the hands-on practice is very much important when you join the training. But
No, no,
so at the time of
not training, like
preparing for
what.
interview,
Huh. Interview
yeah,
point of view, only hands-on is not also not enough. For example, you
yes,
know,
yes, sir.
you are very good in the system, but you don't know how to express it, because in
Yes,
interview anyway they have to ask the question. So you should know how to answer it. That is the concept, the logic.
yes,
And second thing, you should be very good in the hands-on also. So both are important. That means understanding a concept business process is also important. And second thing, system hands-on is important. That's what you're saying, right?
yes, yes, sir. Because when I initially when we do the hands-on experience, we may not understand each and everything what are we doing and why we are doing. But when we go, when we prepare the notes, and when we do again the practice, so in that way we are able to easily understand. So if someone asks any question about them, it is easy to answer because it will automatically click into my mind. Oh, okay, this is the what he's asking. So that's how, I mean, I prepared. Sir.
Huh. So that's why first time when you will do, obviously it is new thing. So again and again when you will practice, then it is good. And one more thing, when you are practicing during your preparation or even system hands-on, like whatever the errors you are getting, obviously system is going to give you the errors, right? So you will face a lot of challenges. Are you capturing those errors, or you are working on this, or like how you are handling those things? And let's say you are doing something,
Y-
okay, and system is giving error, so what will be your
Yes,
approach?
Yes, sir. So in my practice only, I did the same because
Hmm.
I prepared my own notes in separate Word document. So whenever I get any error, I have a separate document for error, and I try to resolve it on myself before I reach out to you. So and first time note down the error with the screenshots, then the root cause kind of a thing, then the solution part, because that is something I followed in my domain experience. So
Correct.
that is what I am trained from my supervisor. So this is how, so whenever some any issue or any problem you come across, you should first describe the problem and find the root cause, then provide the solution. That is common for every, I mean every uh, anywhere we work. So that is how I applied the same thing while I'm doing the practice.
Okay, then great, great. So, and one very important, people always panic. Let's say first interview not selected, second not selected, let's say third not selected. How much patience or it is required? You should be calm and quiet when you are, because I know this situation definitely you must have faced or you must have experienced. Even
Yes,
honestly speaking, I was more curious about your preparation. I'm saying like why you are not going for interview, why you are not getting multiple times. I did a follow up with you, but I have seen like you are quite well, you quite calm. हो जाएगा
yes,
it will okay, so
yes.
that's why I'm asking.
Yes, actually, yes, sir. I kept. I mean, there is already job in my hand. So whether it is domain or
No, no,
anything,
it
so
is
I
like
was waiting for my turn,
uh-huh.
and like I mean, we need someone to push, sir, because after you, I mean, you asked me to no, no, don't just to look for internal. Just go. Also have another option. Try outside. Put your resume in the market. Let's see. So then I tried that out because finally that is what worked actually. For
Outside job.
internal, I was waiting for a few months,
Hmm.
even though I have given couple of interviews and all internally. I don't know the mindset of the people, sir. Like they already knew that he don't know anything. He just trained and he wanted to move.
Hmm.
Maybe that might have impacted. I mean, to pick me in the any specific project, because even I understand his perspective also, because he need to think from the project and
Business
client
side,
side,
business point of
whether
view.
I am able to fulfill all the expectations. So then later, like I was also confident that I'll get, but at the same time I had the commitment with my management, like if I get any opportunity, because you are ready to release me, then if I get
Okay.
any opportunity, because in the current market there is like everyone asking for immediate joining. So when they release for 90 days or 60 days, but when they have the requirement, they want immediate joining.
No, no,
So
my question was how you manage your like definitely when you will go for interview rejections will be there. So
oh,
anyway,
sorry.
so how
Actually, I
how
missed the
you
basic
manage it?
main question. Yes, sir. I have gone through almost six interviews, sir.
Hmm.
I have been rejected in six interview. It
Hmm.
is my seventh interview. So from first interview to sixth interview, I gathered all the questions. 60 to 70% I found this almost the same questions, and
Okay.
30% questions is on your current work or
Okay.
uh,
Your
live
existing
work. So
existing
what you
work,
are
yes.
doing, yeah, what is your role, and and this, if I go to any specific questions, so what is that you have you worked on in customized part when it comes to reporting or anything, any programs you worked with the development team or the technical team? That is something they are able to, I mean, standard questions and questions related subject, that is fine, but the questions related to your work experience is quite I faced a challenge, sir, there. Because I mean genuinely, because I don't have any I mean real time. So when they have when they ask that kind of questions, I panicked there, because I don't know if I ask, because in previous 5 to 6 interviews, if I even if I answer their question, they are taking me into that I mean part, like they are just keep on asking the same questions, and I mean taking bit deeper in the real time work. So what you will do if this is the case, what you will do, what you have done if that is the case, because that is something I have not prepared for that. I prepared yeah, this is what I did in my current. This is my what currently I'm doing. So this is what where I'm doing the support. This is the area where I'm supporting. So when I say that, they will take in. They will take me into. More questions. So which is obviously I'm not prepared. That is where I go. I lost almost 4 to 5 interviews.
But those
And
interview help you for the next interview.
yes, obviously. It is. It could take 2 interviews. It could take 10 interviews, sir. But we have to be very patient. Some and because it is not only our performance, even market also.
Obviously, yes, yes.
Because if there is a market, if the person want to elect you, even if you answer 70%, only 50% of questions, then he if there is a requirement, they will select. They have their own parameters, because that is something that is also I'm observed. I
If there is a
find like a third
requirement,
or
if
fourth interview, yeah,
hmm.
third or fourth interview, I found like I gave better than my seventh one.
Okay, so the
Because
requirement may be not matching. Okay, okay,
that some maybe my completely my profile is not suitable, or
maybe,
that
maybe,
could be
maybe.
could be reason. But
So
yeah,
you
but
you
as
you
many
have to
interviews as you
focus on
said,
your work. Rest you can leave.
yes, 100% correct, sir, 100% correct.
Okay, yeah. So you answered everything. And the last question, how the training was helpful? Formality question. So
Sir, it is because the job is because of the training only. The only one thing, sir, like training part, there is no question about it is really really helpful. I mean, because of that only, I advise so many my friends who are interested to
no, job is not
join the
because of
SAP.
training. Training is
And
only
one thing I
10%,
advise, sir,
90% your responsibility. Job is not
because
because of training.
uh, that is also from my perspective, training is very important, sir. If you are a proper trainer and you follow the instructions, it is very
Huh.
very easy to get the
Someone
job.
can give you the they can mentoring you.
Negligence, maybe many of the people who join the training due to the negligence, or maybe could be any other personal reasons, they are may not they may not be able to follow the complete instructions whatever you said in the training. But at least, because even I did the same, I am because I missed so many classes due to my job in office
Yes,
opening.
yes, yes.
So one thing I decided, every Saturday and I'll sit, I'll go through the 3 to 4 classes and I'll make a notes. Then Sunday I'll go to 3 to 4 classes, I'll make a notes. Then I gone through that notes. Then I'm ready for the interview. That's how I prepared, sir. Because if you follow your training, we need to note down the questions, sir. Whatever you say, right? That is enough. We no need to prepare anything else. If you just note down the points you said at the time of training, that is more than there are 500 questions. If you note down in that way, you will find so many 500 to 1000 questions you will note down, including FI and CO. If you that prepared, I prepared like when I prepared for my SSC or my intermediate exams. In that way, I prepared, honestly, because we need to prepare our own notes. Then only we can. If we cannot just go through the document kind of a thing, because even I tried that part. I just gone through the document. So when we prepare our own notes, we will
That
get
is,
more subject
you can
knowledge and
easily
gain.
grasp those things and you can use it quickly.
Yeah.
You can before interview you can go it.
And one more thing, sir. Whenever I suggest someone, only come to SAP if you like or love the subject.
Obviously, yes,
Just
yes.
for earning money,
That is
don't
very
come.
important. People must be
Because I
thinking,
like SAP, sir.
yes, I'm fed up with my current job. I will go, I will learn something and I will go for the job. So it is not only SAP, you take anything. If you don't love it
Yes, sir.
or you don't like it, or then don't go into, because if you are frustrated with your current job, then change the job, change the
Yes,
organization,
sir.
change your profile. But if you want to learn some skill, then obviously you have to initiate the process. You have to make a friendship with that skill. You have to
Yes,
learn it
sir.
from your end. Then obviously it will be there. It's not like any. There is no quick process. You will just consume the tablet and next day you are ready. So nothing is. It's not like that. So it's not only
Yes.
SAP. You take any skill. Obviously SAP is too complicated. That's why it is giving a better return, no doubt. But thing is that it's not. There is no shortcut process. You just completed one training, or you have like you think like in next 15 days some miracle is going to happen. In 1 month miracle is going to happen. So it is nothing like that.
Yes.
Continuously, it may took 2 months, or it may be like for you, like if I will say you completed. Uh, I think 2 months preparation, 2 to 3 months preparation. I think maybe in this gap,
Yes, sir, because
preparation and interview
uh,
this process.
interview process, 3 months gap, and I have to put lot of effort into that. So it is not that easy. Like, yeah,
Hmm.
let's do for a sit for only weekend. So
Hmm.
after
It's continuous
finishing
process.
your training, it if I go slowly, it will take 6 months to 1 year also, sir. If I
Obviously, it
wanted
is.
to,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes,
if I
yes.
wanted to only for 1 hour, only like that. So after your training, whenever I get
No,
time from the
no. What
office,
I'm saying, what is the gap between like you got the job and training completed? Is
it
it
is 2 months, sir, two
two
and a
months,
half months
two,
something.
two, 2.5 months? And in this process, you have completed 6, 7 interviews.
Yes, sir. If you put, because I put my resume in in the market from starting from 3 years. I did not get many calls. Then I just updated it for 4. Then when updated it for, because sometimes what we have to do is we have to prepare our resume as per the requirement in the market. That is also
Hmm.
something like.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
once your resume got picked, then that's fine. Like up to you, how you will tackle, how you will manage. I mean, that is only having a subject is also different, sir. And as per the market requirement, we also change
You
our.
have to upgrade. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, that is something I found, sir. That is very important because in 5 interviews, answering the SAP standard questions or anything is fine. When it comes to real time, that is challenge. I mean, even I found the challenge in like they have been asking for what kind of methodology used at the time of implementation. What is your role? What you did? These are something like we need to apply, that we really worked on that part. That is
You
how
have
we
to
need
prove it.
to.
You already. I mean, you worked on this part, and you are currently. Anyway, you are not showing that I'm fresher. I'm working. So
Yes.
obviously, you have to manage that one. Correct.
One question, sir, even I want to ask you, they have been asking about the SLA part or turnaround
That
time
you are
certificate,
talking about the P1 tickets. That yes.
P1 tickets. That is something they have been. Is that something they wanted to check the
To check the
genuine
reality.
or not?
It,
Yeah.
just to check the reality, because by that time they already checked your skill. They just
Yeah.
want to, because in market 90% resumes are fake. Okay, people even they
Yes,
don't
sir.
know anything, they are showing. And there are so many parameters are there to just to show. Even I have seen, I never recommend anyone to do these things. Like let's say one form is there. Okay, so that form is giving some interview, some experience to someone. So there are hundreds of parameters are there to check whether the particular form is genuine or fake. That's why what I always suggest, and even in your case also, you change your existing modify. Keep your employer informations everything same. Change your
Yeah.
profile. The likes, for
Profile.
example, let's say XYZ form you are preparing. I mean, you are adding in your resume. For example, let's say one form is XYZ. That XYZ form giving experience to 20 members. Suppose, let's say
Yeah.
20 members they have added the same, and all are going for an interview, and out of 20 maybe 10 persons are there in the same job. So when they are going
Yeah.
to scrutiny this so what happened to with this company, why there are suddenly 20 members they left the organization or they want to
Yeah.
change the job? It is
Yeah.
just a very like very small parameter, or technically there are
Yeah.
so many things that we can easily catch whether any company is genuine or not, or if any candidate is carrying that information genuine or not. So that is why a lot of
Yeah.
tricky questions they used to ask. And the purpose is not to just to check your skill, they already checked your skill. It's just to
Yes.
verify
Yes.
whether really you are working or you are just showing some fake experience. But in your case, it was like because you are with a trusted company only, that means branded company. So these parameters are not there. But only thing is there also you have so many parameters. IT wing is there. If I will talk about your company, they have IT wing, they have ITS wing. So many things are there. That to just to
Yes.
verify whether you are there in the IT or no.
Yes.
That is one.
And as initially we discussed, like domain is how important, because
Domain, I
in
believe
domain
always domain is very, very important.
important, and in domain, when it comes to SLA and turnaround times, it is very much. I mean, they highly look after those things. Like missing a TAT and missing SLA is very big escalation when it
Yes,
comes
yes,
to
yes, 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 yes.
domain BPOs. That is, I'm aware of that part. So it was, I mean, easy for me to answer that questions.
Correct. You are saying I'm working on P1, and next question is how much tired you are getting, and you are saying that I'm getting 2 days. Who is going to believe it? So
No,
these are
yes,
the
correct, sir.
tricky questions they are going to check. So many things are there. Yeah, this is one of them. Yes. Okay, thank you very much, Satish. And once again, congratulations for your job. But I know your challenge is going to start now. It's not end, because once you will join
Yes.
the project, the challenge is going
Yeah.
to start to,
Yes.
because
Yes.
anyway, now it is one step of your career. You got the job, hike is good, everything is good. But next is next goal or next milestones will be once you will keep adding like different projects. So that like you are
Y-
going to face a lot of challenges, but this is how we survive. This is how the job.
Yes. Yes. And yesterday I went to the office. I mean, 2 days back I joined, right? So yesterday there is a 10th anniversary of the entity.
Hmm.
So
Okay, okay, your
uh,
organization. Okay, okay.
yeah, and I have been I collected the laptop and all installation has been done. Everything is done. So waiting for Monday now.
KT completed? No, Monday.
No, no. Monday they will be getting
KT.
the access for me, like all the other systems,
Okay,
client
okay,
systems and
okay,
all.
okay, okay,
So person from the it's a UK project, sir. So
okay.
person from the other team will be taking me through that KT process.
KT, yes.
And one question, so like if it is a KT, they will not discuss anything about the subject. Just they just maybe they just discuss about the business process and about the business, right, sir?
No,
Because
no, no, not
usually
only
when we
business.
join SAP,
Like
we expect.
in KT, actually, you will get your profile. KT, obviously, they will tell about. One second.